Hello and welcome to AltheaSuite. Today I'm going to talk about how to build out your contract orders within AltheaSuite. To get started, we're going to go into our orders module. I'm going to create a brand new order. Once we're in here, we're going to make sure that we have the requested delivery date. Maybe this is for tomorrow. Next, we're going to go ahead and add a customer. Now that we got our customer, we're going to go over here to our delivery mode. We're going to ship everything to our shipping address that we specified up here. Now for the item that I want to sell to this specific contractor or builder, let's go ahead and find it. I'm just going to choose this microwave right here. Go ahead and put no add-ons on here, and I'm going to decline the warranty in this section. Now, before I start to add items into my grid, I'm going to go ahead and select this checkbox right here to add a new line item for each serial number. Typically, in a lot of other accounts, this is a default checkbox. So whenever a serialized item comes into this grid, such as this microwave, I'm going to say no to the add-ons and the warranty. So the item will flow into here. Does give you the option to choose the serial number, but it pretty much locks in the quantity. So now if I add another microwave, same thing, decline the warranty and the add-ons. This now adds a second line under here. So we have two microwaves, same model number, both also decline the warranty, so it gives us four different lines. But this might be a little bit erroneous to have in here, especially if you're trying to sell, for example, 10 or 20 different microwaves. We're not going to have, 40 different lines for both the model numbers and all of the warranty declines. So that's when we could uncheck this box. First, I need to remove these items. Now, if I keep this box unchecked, drop down my menu and choose that same microwave. Still going to skip the add-ons and the warranty. This time it gives me my quantity column, so I can come over here and put in my 10 quantity that I want to sell to this specific contractor. This one will keep the lines as a single lines, but with multiple quantities. Next thing we want to do is scroll down over here, and on the bottom right, we're going to go ahead and create this order. Now, after you hit that create button, this add serial numbers window will populate. So this is where you would definitely want to go ahead and include each serial number that you want to sell to your contractor. At this point, since it's an order, we don't necessarily know which QLN or serial number that we want to assign at this time. We do have this drop-down menu right here, so we do have an idea that we do have some stuff in hand. But at this point, we're going to say save and continue on without these serial numbers. So we have order number 9 right here. Let's go ahead and copy its document number. And everything was specified to be delivered. So now if I go over into my deliveries module and then into pending deliveries, we're going to go ahead and search for the specific order. So after we create our order, we've gone into our pending delivery queue. You can see that we have an on-trip quantity of 10 and a pending delivery quantity of 10. So right now, if we wanted to, we could put all 10 of these on an appointment. By doing this, we can check the box this line and hit this button to schedule on the calendar. A prompt will now show up to specify the items quantity. So here is where you can notify AltheaSuite exactly how many that you want to put on the calendar. Maybe you want to put 5, maybe you want to put 8, whatever it is that you want to do. Now we do have a way, as you can see, that the whole thing is red right now because we haven't specified any serial numbers or QLNs to this order. To do that, we can actually do this from the pending deliveries module. We can do that by clicking on the context menu, and we have an option to view the order. Once we view the order, we can scroll down a little bit and find the context menu of the microwave here. We want to go to its three-dotted menu and assign the serial number at this point. Now for this example, I'm just going to assign one serial number. So we have a combination of the QLN and the serial number. So I'm going to grab 214176, and I'm only going to apply one serial number at this point. Maybe this is the only serial number that I have available at this time, and I do want to commit it to this order. At this point, we'll hit save. That's going to ask you to sure you want to continue, and we'll say yes. Now, what this has done is it's only assigned us one quantity of the serial number to those 10 quantities that we want on the order. What this does in conjunction with this pending delivery module is I'll go ahead and search for the same order number. So after I search for this again, you can see now it's kind of split up. So now we have 9 quantity that we want to sell that's currently red because we haven't committed any QLNs or serial numbers. But you can see this one up here, this 214176 has been applied to this order specifically, and it's actually turning green because it recognizes that we do have inventory available. So this is a way in how you can keep track of your big contractor orders and how many things that you have currently assigned to it. So if you want to do this again, we can go to the context menu, go to the view order button to bring up this order into the view mode. Once we're back in the order, we can scroll down a little bit, and I'm going to go to the context menu, and I'm going to go ahead and assign more serial numbers. Now at this point, I'm going to go ahead and assign all of the QLNs that I have available. As you start to add the serial number or QLN into this add serial number window, it will start to reduce the amount that you can choose from. So 214178, I won't be able to choose that same QLN again because it starts to reduce down what you've already chosen. So now I'm gonna go ahead and assign all that I have. So I've assigned 5, so I'm missing 4 that I will probably need to do a back order for or a special order to get those QLNs to come into my inventory. But for now, I've assigned all that I have. So now I'm gonna hit that save button. I'm gonna ask you, are you sure you want to continue? We'll say yes again. Now, once that happened, we're gonna go ahead and close out the view order and return back to our pending deliveries. And what we'll do is search for our order number once again. Once we do this, you'll see that we'll have a little bit more records. So we have 5 quantity of the microwave that's still red because we haven't assigned any serial numbers. And you can see all of the different QLNs and serial numbers that we've assigned to this order so far. At this point, because these are green, these are available for you to deliver to this contractor. If it's required, we could take all of those except for the ones that are in red and put those on a calendar to get those delivered to our contractor. To do that, we can go over here to schedules on the calendar after selecting those 5. Now, our requested delivery date was for the 2nd of May. So let's go ahead and scroll over to that day. Here is the 2nd of May. I'm going to go ahead and put this on the first truck that I have. So I can see here in this appointment, we get the 5 quantity of the microwaves. So we're going to go ahead and add a slot there. So 1 slot's going to take us 1 hour. We hit that save button. After you save that on the calendar, we're going to go ahead and go back to the pending delivery queue. And what it's done is it's going to take all 5 of those green ones and put them into the trip, and it will actually get removed from this pending delivery queue once we go ahead and refresh this. And you'll see that's red quantity 5 is still available here, just like that. So the 5 quantity that were green, all of the ones that I've assigned to that appointment, have actually been sucked up and placed into a trip. So in this account, we have auto trip created based off of whenever we schedule things on the calendar. So if we go down into trips, we're going to do our trip date for tomorrow because that's the day that we chose. Here is our 6:55 a.m. truck trip. If I look into this trip, it's going to be order number 9. It's going to have that 5 quantity. To check that, we can exit out of this. And with this trip currently selected, we can hit this show delivery stops. And we can do one more to show our delivery items. And you can see over here, it's going to be the same items that we chose before. So there's the QLNs and there's our serial numbers. You can also check this by going to the context menu. We can actually print our manifest. On the manifest document, you can see we got the same information. We have the item name, the SKU, and its current serial number. In this form, you can see it's actually the QLN because they're marked with has QLN flag. Now what we'll do is wait for those to get done, completed, and then as those get complete, we can go back to our pending delivery queue and start to schedule out the rest of our order. So this is how to do contract orders in AltheaSuite. We can do this by having a bulk quantity in there. It could be more than just 10 microwaves. It could be a big order, 10 microwaves, 10 refrigerators, 10 dishwashers, and so on. So that's how to divvy out your appointments and how to schedule things once the stock becomes available. Thank you.